Uppercut, uppercut, sonic boom! Well, hello there, humans, hippies, earthlings, whoever you are, wherever you are, whatever you're doing, and if you're lucky enough indeed to be doing it too. Welcome back to the channel. I'm Bushkin. Today's video is a fun-filled frolic through the European server. That's right, I said it, the Euro server. I am at 20 milliseconds on the ping, which is pretty crazy for someone that normally plays at least at 120, 140. If I'm in North America, it's 150 to 200. And there's been a real shift in my gameplay style. When I'm on Europe, I push a lot more. And the reason for that is obviously I'm not experiencing any of the crap that I cop on a daily basis playing on North America or Asia. 20 ping is an absolute, well, no pun intended, it's a game changer. Why am I on 20 ping? Well, I'm in Vilnius in Lithuania. I'm here to cast tournaments for World of Tanks Blitz. If you've never played World of Tanks Blitz, it's a hell of a great game, very different to Pubg Mobile. 7-minute games max, and it's tanks. I'm doing the European Cup on Sunday, I think. We've done the APAC server, the North American server, and I'll be tilting at windmills on the big microphone. If you want to watch that, World of Tanks Blitz is the YouTube channel, and it'll be up there. They'll be running it. Anyway, but Pubg Mobile. This thing has been wonderful. When I peak normally in gunfights on Asia or North America, when I peak and pull back in, I'll take 2 to 3 shots all the time, pulling back in. Like it's just, you bleed at the edges so much more often. Even engagements where I'm hitting my shots, oh, that was so funny. That guy threw a green, it literally landed perfectly right in front of me, but all it did was blow up the door. And that's a great example of if you can get like a stick between you and a grenade, you won't take damage. As long as it's between you and the grenade, you won't take damage. I'm not getting any of that. See how I got hit there? On Asia, that would have been dead. Like, I deserved it. He hit me in the head, and as I moved back, it just stopped. And you're gonna see in a second, I'm gonna hard peek someone. I'm gonna hard peek them. And it's like, if I'm on North America or Asia doing this, this is dead, right? This is just flat out dead. I'm gonna hard peek this, and here we go. No problems, no problems. Hard peeking, all about it. Oh, sorry, just airdropping something. Anyway, where was I? Yeah, so I'm playing with Faz. Now, there are so many differences. The meta is very different. On North America particularly, I can drop Saveni and there'll be a whole bunch of people because those room cards really do the humans in. What I've found on Europe is apartments will have 1,000 people at it every time. Apartments, mill base, same old. George Pole Town is not nearly as popular as it is on North America or Asia. And Rozhok is kind of middle of the road. Pachinki's not as popular as it is on the home servers, but there are some really weird drops that I've gone to, and like Primorsk, I've had huge drops. Something that doesn't change is people thirsting. You're gonna see Faz get knocked here. I don't know how many people there are, and we're just holding here, waiting for the engagement to start. We don't want to go working on the cross. Faz gets knocked. I knock a guy up here. Now, there's 2 other guys left. I've left that guy really dinged up. I'm like, come and get the guy, and I'll then fight you. No, they're just going to thirst Faz. It's like, what are you doing? You know, I just don't get it. Like, it's such a thing on these servers where, all servers, where they'd rather thirst than do anything else. Like, you thirst, you get your knock, you get your kill. Doesn't matter if you die, doesn't matter if you have to reload, doesn't matter if you tell the bad guys where you are. They could have 2-man pushed right over the top and left Faz alone, and they never would have had any problems at all. Anyway, where were we? A couple of guys here. This is another thing that I'm finding is absolutely different on 20 milliseconds. It's not that I aim better, it's just that the person is always where I aimed, because they're basically there's no one closer than me really to the server. If they are, it's a very small minority. You're going to see someone pops up on the top here. Watch how snappy it is. I don't know if that makes sense to you. It's like, get them firing. I take no damage. I take no damage on these peaks. It's wild. You don't understand. That's, for me, that is just absolutely crazy to not take damage on these peaks. I have had some issues, and I discovered I was getting a lot of screen lock, and I was also getting, I love that gren by the way, right off the underside. I mean, it went where I wanted it to go, but it didn't do the job, but it was a good gren. I've been getting a lot of screen lock, and I'm running an old MacBook Pro 2015, which is like, MacBook Pro 2015 is a long time ago, and I've been trying to get it to actually record and everything. And when it kind of broke and it stopped charging because it couldn't support charging my iPad at the same time as it was receiving charge itself. And so it was losing power. When I disconnected the MacBook from my iPad and just played the iPad on its own and recorded on the screen, I got rid of my screen lock. Now, I don't know if that was just luck, but I've never done that before. It's never worked before, and it's working at the moment, and I'm not getting screen lock, and it's only been going on for a couple of hours now, but it's a hell of a thing. I love this. Just leaving, going back to the car, leaving makes them chase you. I don't know why he didn't take time to wait for his mate, but probably would have been a lot wiser if they had have. In the end, though, it doesn't make a lot of difference. You're also going to see a classic Pubg trait here of me driving away, pulling out and having a target running dead straight and missing them completely with a sniper rifle. Like, I mean, it's not even close. Watch this. No, okay, let's make it hard. Can hardly see him. Hit him in the head, no problems. Yep, I don't know why, that's something I do all the time. If they're moving and in motion and it's a hard shot, I can do it. The meta is still very, very much about lying down. Like you'll see, I see two guys there going through and I don't stop. Now, the reason I don't stop is I want to get far enough away that I can actually see through the grass, and I pull back here just in case they're going to give me a shot, go up into the house, check it out, do the whole 9 yards. But I'm also not sure that there's just two there, because I'm still finding just an enormous amount of players with lower KDRs who just lie down as soon as you go anywhere near them. And it's weird. The best players are the ones that will gunfight you, and then you run into people who are not interested at all in gunfighting you, and they will just instantly hit the dirt. And it makes things very difficult when you get later game. You're going to see in just a second some weird stuff happens. But this is good, solid tactical gameplay. You pull all the way back and you get rid of the grass, so they can't really hide. And I see that there's a guy to the left of him lying down. So I'm driving in here and Faz and I are talking while we're playing, and I'm actually very, very aware that there could be 3 people here to 4 people. And there's one in the grass there, and there's one in the grass there who's just got up to go and revive his mate. And there was 3 people there. And then his buddy rolls up, and I don't know who that guy belongs to, but we don't have any health and we'd rather not take that engagement like that, so we're going to hit the Rojak. Now, this is a bad final circle for me. I'm not really loving this. The thing that is going in my favor here is that of the people left, it's a whole bunch of duos, and they're already in a gunfight. So we roll up here, and that's actually 2 separate teams. And there is another guy down on my left at the airplane there, that every time I look over, he just disappears. He won't look at me while I'm actually scoping out and trying to find him. And then he's in a gunfight with someone who's up the hill, who I don't know what the hell happened, but he's now over here somewhere, and this guy will shoot at me, and then I go and have a look. And then the guy up the hill has a crack at me. And this is so much easier if you're just willing to lie down, but I need compounds for final circles, or it becomes incredibly difficult. There's 7 people left, and they're all going to be rolling around in the grass or hiding behind little edges and little rocks in the zone. And I'm basically trolling here, just seeing if I can get some people trying to shoot me so that I can figure out where they are. So then I'm like making a mental map. Guy at the top, guy over here on the left. That's 3 people plus me, that's 4. I'm not missing many of them. I'm certainly missing some of them. And I'm heading right back up the top to where I know one of these guys is. And I'm hopeful that I can kind of surprise him and get him as a third party. And that's exactly what happens. He was looking down at the guy who was somewhere down near the airplane here. So we've got it down to 5 others. We know where 2 of them are and me. So we're actually missing 2 people here. Well, no, we're missing 3 people, which is not good. Let's go find one of those people. So he's still there shooting at me when I get in the car and not when I'm looking, which is very frustrating. And this is one of those guys or girls who is towards the end of the game, and yeah, they've basically got here by hiding. I don't think they had a whole lot of an idea of what was going on. There is someone down there with an AMR. There we go. Big boom. That hurt. And we're now in a little bit of strife because, again, they've got a nice position here. That's base of the circle on a ridge line. And if they're like a normal person, they're not afraid to snake. I just won't snake. So I smoke up these rocks, get as healthy as I can, and just kind of go into a bit of a hold mode. Running Gruzzer and an AWM, so I'm not too worried about getting in any gunfights. I've got enough firepower, but I'm pretty sure that there's a guy on my left, and then there's at least 2 guys above me. There's someone up there. I'm going to blow the car just in case I have to get there to cover. I don't know where they're going. I don't know what they're doing. I don't know. And then you hear the Uzi. Now that's a worry. That's a couple of people firing there. Oh, okay. All right, so someone just got donked. Oh, there he is. You beaut. And then we've got one guy above me. So that's gone pretty quick. And one of the things that I hate doing, but which you've got to do, is sometimes you just can't take the engagement. I mean, I don't know where this guy is. He's either behind a tree or a rock while lying down. There's 2 of them, because that was not an Uzi. I don't know if you heard that. That was I think that might have been like a UMP maybe. I'm not sure. My headphones are quite up to it. I've got them turned off at the moment. That long story. I'm using this MacBook and it's dying. So I'm just trying to get this kid to commit. And he's not committing. He just won't commit. He must be at that little rock. And then the guy with the Uzi is somewhere above me. So I know as long as I'm staying down here, I'm okay. And I've already got over 20 kills. It's like, I'm not risking it all to lose this game just because I get a little bit too angry pants. At the end of the day, I'm expecting one of these guys to kill the other guy, and then I'll clean up. And I just have to stay alive while that's happening because I'm in the circle. And they're both kind of above and outside the circle here. And things are going to actually start taking a more serious twist for them in the next 10 seconds because they're going to have to move. As that happens, our guy above is going to rotate in. The guy with the Uzi is going to dice him up. And we're going to go away and clear them for a 20-second kill. There we go. 416. And he's around here somewhere. Lying down, hip firing. Okay. And that's it. Easy cleanup. But the guy was just sitting there. They were within 20 meters of each other. lying down within 20 meters of each other. What are you going to do? Anyway, that's the European server. I'm getting lots of footage, but it's very difficult to make videos over here. My poor old little MacBook is suffering. It's a real struggle. We'll see how it goes. Thank you so much for watching. Diamond 2. We're up to Crown now, I think, which is awesome. Last time we got to Ace in a week. See if we can do it again. I'm Bushgar. Look after yourselves. Stay safe in the battlefield. And as always, bye for now. Thanks, Fazzo, too, for the support in that one. Bye, guys.